Does it work? Good. 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 How you guys doing, everyone? I'm Neural Patel, and today I'm going to be talking about the summer programming tutorial one, uh, which is decimal number system, binary number system, and hexadecimal number system. But before I begin, let me give an introduction about myself. I'm Neural Patel. I'm a senior here at NIU, and I do a couple of side projects which involve cryptocurrency. I'm trying to create my own crypto coin, and I'm also trying to create another website. So why am I doing this course? The reason why I'm doing this course is plain out simple. I didn't do well in this course after taking it the second time. And I want to prove to myself, along with the university, that I could really complete this course. And I put in a lot of hard work and effort into learning this material. And also, when I thought about it, I want to teach future students another way to learn. A lot of times, I don't go. The reason I don't go to, I'll give a quick introduction about what. Uh, how you guys doing, everyone? I'm Neural Patel, and today I'm going to be talking about a summer program tutorial one, which involves decimal number system, binary number system, and hexadecimal number system. But before I begin, let me give an introduction about myself. I'm Neural Patel. I go to school at NIU, and I'm working on side projects such as cryptocurrency, making my own coin. I'm going to make the API coin, so I'll see how that goes. Why am I doing this course? So one thing that I want to do is to prove to myself, along with the university, that I'm capable of doing well in this course. After taking it the second time, I didn't do well, but I feel that you always have to take risk, and I feel this is the biggest risk that I took at college so far. So I want to show to my fellow professors that hey, I'm capable of doing well in this course, and also to myself to see how well I could teach in a different tone, in a different way. I'm not really a public speaker. I try to practice a lot, and this might be a great way for me to public speak along with learning this subject. Also, when teaching this course, I also want to provide a future value to other students, extra resources, because this course, there's not that many resources. I know right now we had Dr. Hutchins and Dr. Uh, Amy Burns research, and I think, and they do a great job teaching this course. But I like to visually see and be creative when I'm learning, and then maybe some students are similar to what who I am, and this tutorial will be great for them. If not, they can just figure out another way to learn. But every student learns in a different way. So I'm going to give a brief introduction about 360. First off, it's a very difficult class. I know firsthand, and you shouldn't be waiting last minute like I did doing last minute programs. I think I learned offhand that I thought I could do well in this course and hopefully just pass out, but reality was it didn't work out that way. I should have been more on time. I should have been more time oriented. But I think one thing that I did learn was if you want to do well in this course, along with any other course, you have to put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and also be time oriented. A lot of students, including I, were asking why is it taught? Because at first I thought it was just taught because they had no other course to teach, and that is not true at all. The reason why this course is taught is to help you understand programming at a different level. Programming is creativity, and it's also, I guess, creativity and algorithms. That's the best way I can put it. And you have to be both. And in summer programming, it allows you to have more of a creativity mindset, thinking outside the box on half of the solutions and programs, along with a better mindset about, hey, this is how I figure this out logically. You know, I guess I guess the reason that I wasn't successful in this course, uh, unsuccessful in this course when I took it with Harry Hutchins, is because my teaching, the way I learn, the way I grow, is different than how Harry Hutchins teaches this course. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of students always criticize about teaching styles, but a lot of people don't understand that teachers have to teach 30 students compared to one student that learns a different way. I just learn in a different way. I visually see things and I try to think about how I could change things around so I could get a better answer towards it. Harry Hutchins also teaches the same way. He really takes pride in his class, and he shows amount of passion that I've never seen a teacher have. I know this semester I saw all my professors have so much passion for their course that it made me really excited. But I couldn't go into Harry Hutchins' class just because the way that he taught the class compared to the way I learned, it was not working out, and I felt that it was there's no point of me going to class every day and coming back home and being more confused. I figured I'd just not be there at all. Even though he didn't, even though my teaching style and Harry Hutchins' teaching style were different, there are great resources which Amy Burns puts together, and also Harry Hutchins' notes. I know Harry Hutchins' note I used for subroutines, and that was a big factor to me being successful towards the end of the course because I felt that understanding subroutine uh, was huge in this course, and if you understand it well, then you should do fairly fine in the second half. Amy Burns also has great subroutine notes. Don't get me wrong, but they're both hand in hand. Some things that Harry Hutchins doesn't cover on his notes, Amy Burns does. Something Amy Burns doesn't cover on her notes, Harry Hutchins does. So they both go hand in hand. So let me get to the topic of decimal number systems. So I'm going to be drawing a lot more, and I don't have a dual screen today, which I would usually put these notes on the side or like off like here, and I'll be teaching it. I guess I could do this, and I'll be showing you guys how to work it. So decimal systems are commonly known as everyday numbers. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are everyday numbers. You're like, oh yeah, I see these every day, and you're like, okay, so what is this? That's how you view the number system. So in a human mind, you would say, hey, what is 1 plus 1? That would be 2, and you would just view it as 2, and everything would go handy dandy. And the number system we go off of is considered base 10 number system. So you're like, okay, I view it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why does that matter? The computer should view it the same way. I think it's similar to everyone else. Everyone is different, and computers are different than humans. They don't view it as 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems like a lot of, I guess, a lot of work for them to view it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Computers view it as binary numbers. Binary numbers are super important. And, oh my god, text message. Binary numbers are super important because when computers go out and read a file or read numbers, so they would view it as ones and zeros. So here, I'll give you an example so I can stop talking. So 1, 0, 1. Now we will view it as 101. A computer will view this first one as 1 times 2 to the 0. The second one will be 1 times 2 to the first. And the third one will be 1 times 2 to the second. So let's add this up. So 1 times 2 to the 0, that'll be 1. So 1 plus. And 1 times 2 to 1, that'll be 0. But you're like thinking, wait a minute. How come you added the first one up and not the second one? So that's similar to an if-else statement. Or, yeah, an if-else statement. If 1, then add it up. If 0, do not add up. So similar to like how you would have a door and 1 would equal close. 1 would equal close. 0 would equal open. So if you 1, and then it'll close the door. If you put 0, then it'll start opening the door wide up. You don't want a wide open door, of course. So you would put 1, so it would equal that. Like again, I'm gonna get better at explaining throughout time. I just had to really be better. So 1 times 2 to the first, that'll be 0. 1 times 2 to the second, that'll be 4. And you would add that up, that'll be 5. And the computer would read it simply like this. Oh, okay. So 101, so that'll equal 5. Okay, I got it, 101, 5. But that seems like a lot of hard work. How about if I have a large number system like this? And, wait, give me a bit. I wonder if there's a way you could extend it. Oh, yeah, there you can. Give me 1 bit. But how about if you have a large number system? Because, these numbers could get pretty big. And you're like, I don't want to do this over and over and over again. And that seems like a lot of math. And I'm spending a lot of time doing this. And I hope, and you're all thinking ahead, I can't do it. It's a lot of time, and it's okay. Like, it takes a lot of time to do anything in life. So here, imagine if you have a number system like this: 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0. How about if you have a number system similar to that? And you're like, okay, so 1 times 2 to the second, 1 times 2 to the third. I know I lost track. That seems like a lot of work. How could I do it a lot better? So a way you could do it a lot better, oh, that's even better, is by doing hexadecimal number systems. So hexadecimal number systems is base 16. So I'll give you an example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because it's done off of 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so if you were to compare to decimal number system, which is, once again, everyday numbers that we commonly see. So 1 would equal 1, 2 would equal 2, 3 would equal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 comes around, you're like, okay, 10 would equal 10. It wouldn't. It would not equal 10. It would equal A. And you're like, when I first saw that, I was like, why didn't we just keep it the regular number systems? Why did we have to put A, B, C, D, E, F, G? A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm sorry, no G. And the reason for this is because it's easier to read binary numbers. So imagine you have a binary number and you wanted to read it. It'll be easier to read a binary number just based off of this number system. So let me give you an example of showing you how easy it is to read a binary number. So imagine you had a binary of 1, 0, 0, 1. Now 1, so this one's 1, 0, 0, and then this one's 8. So you're like, oh, okay, so that's 9. Great. But how about this one? 1, 1, 0, 0. So 8 plus 4, that'll be 12. But if you want to read it easier, you can put C down. And you're like, why didn't I just put, 10? Because it's done off of 4 bits. So the higher it goes, the more it would be. So 1 would be C, 1, 1, 1, 0. I want to say higher it goes. I couldn't explain it. That's bad. The higher it goes, the more it would be. So like 1, 1, 1, 0, that would be E, and so on from there. The reason why we use binary decimals is it makes things easier to communicate with. So it makes binary numbers easy to communicate with, and it's easier to see. So like instead of like the long number I gave an example for. Yeah. Long number I gave an example for. You would look at that and be like, okay, I don't want to do my everyday number, which is decimal number, to do this. What would be an easier way to do it? You would do it through hexadecimal number. And you would break it down by 4s. So for this one, 8 and 9, that'll be 9. This one, 0, 0, 1, 0, that'll be 2. 1, 1, 0, 0, that'll be 12, which is C. I think a common question which one of my friends asked was, you see this number system? He's like, well, I don't get this part. How come 2 is less than C? Why is 2 ahead of C? Now, I'm going to explain it this way. When you look at it this way, when you look at it in this format, this one is 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. And then here, it will still go on to 2, 4. So it'll go on. And that's why this number is a little greater. So it's like the power of 16. So it's like 16, and I'll go on from there. I don't think I'm really good at explaining this part. I think it's more, I should have read a little bit more when I explained it. And if I have time, I probably will redo this video. But for now, that's a little introduction about hexadecimal, the number system, binary number system, and decimal number systems. Reality is that when when we think about these number systems, you want to think about it in a way where it'll make it easier for us to see things and easier for the computer to see things. Because the way you operate a computer is a binary number system in assembly programming. But in like the newer version, like C++ or Java, it will be a lot easier to operate from a different standpoint. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I couldn't explain it really well, but I'm gonna try to get better and better throughout time. And I hope you guys have a good one. Welcome back to my second tutorial. I'm Nirab Patel, and today I'm gonna be going over practice problems for arithmetic. Yes, I think my previous video, which I did like 2 minutes ago, it wasn't that great, and I refreshed a little bit and know a better way to do the rest of these tutorials. So I figured practice problems are the best way, and I'm going to start doing practice problems and showing you guys how to do a good amount of it. So I found practice problems online on Avery Hutchins' website, which I'll be going over one by one to show you guys that this isn't as difficult as it is. So let me start with number 1, which is 1, 1, 1. Now, when I talked about binary numbers yesterday, I talked about how binary numbers are first goes up by 2, 0, second one would be 2, 1. So with that kind of logic, 2, 1 would be 2, and then the second one would be 1. And when you equal it, it will be 3. And since you have to put this in a decimal representation, that will be correct. So doing it in a decimal representation means you would have to add these two up based on what the value is, and you will convert and you will put it into a decimal representation similar to this. So let me give it a second example of it. Maybe try to get into the groove of this teaching thing. So 1, 1, 0, 1. So when you look at that, you're like, okay, so what do I do first? So one thing that you would do first is check up this binary representation. Give me one bit, I gotta take this phone call. Hello? What's up? Okay. Okay. How much? How much? What do you, computer bills? Okay. Should I give you 200? Why? Because I have 200 saved up. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, bye. That wasn't bad. Stream anyway. Welcome back to the second tutorial, everyone. I'm Nirab Patel, and today I'm going to be talking about some examples of arithmetic. So let's get started. I think the first video, before I begin, the first video which I did, I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to do. And I always need, when teaching, you always need a refresher about what to do next. So I tried to create a little template and try going off of it. and reality was it didn't work out well. But I came back with a better mindset, so hopefully this works out. So the first question asks, convert the following binary number to their decimal representation. So question number 1 is 1, 1. So you're really thinking, okay, what is 1, 1? So A, 1, 1. So of course this goes up by 2. First one is going to be 2, 0, which I talked about that in the last tutorial, but I'll give you guys a fresh reminder. And then it always pluses by 1. Always pluses the exponent by 1. So the second one will be 2, 1. And since you have to convert it to a decimal representation, you would add those two numbers together. So 2, 1 plus 2, 0 would equal 3. And that would be the answer to number 1, which will be 3. Now, it's fairly simple, you know, and it took me a while to understand this concept. It wasn't that I understood it right away, but through practice and effort, anyone can understand anything if you put your mind to it. But let's give it a little difficult one. Let's do number 1b, which is 1, 1, 0, 1. So the first one is, so let's start again. First one is going to be 2, 0. Second one is empty. Remember what I told you, if it's ones, you would count it. If it's 0, you would not count it. It's similar to how when a door opens and closes. If it equals 1, the door is closed. If it's 0, the door is open. Of course, we don't want the door open, so let's try to make it 0, 1 at all times for that. So 1, 0, you would not count. And then you got 2, 2, and 2, 3. Sorry about this. I'm writing with my finger, and my laptop's always shaking, even if I go like this, even if I put my hand behind my laptop. And I'm going to add these up. So 2, 3, plus 2, 2, plus 2 to the 0. Now what would that add up to? First one would be 8. Whoa. Second one will be 4. Third will be 1. So 8 plus 4, which would equal 12, plus 1 would equal 13. So the answer to 1b would be 13. Now let's do 1c. 1c has more numbers to it, but don't be intimidated by the numbers. I think a lot of students, including I, were intimidated, like, whoa, there's too much numbers, I don't know what to do. Just stay calm and just write down the numbers and do the steps that were given to you, and you should be okay. So let me do it right now. So 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So the first one is going to be 2 to the 0. Second one will be 2 to the first. Third one will be 2 to the third. But, no wait, 2 to 0, 2 to 1, 2 to the second. I'm sorry about that. So the first one will be 2 to the 0. Second one will be 2 to the 1. Third one will be 2 to the third. No, 2 to the second. This one right here. This one will be 2 to the third. This one will be 2 to the fourth. And this one will be 2 to the fifth. Now we're not all calculators here. So I think the best way to really do this formula is by pulling out your handy dandy calculator. since I can't show you my calculator, I'm just going to do it on here. So 2, so this one is 1. So 1 plus 2 times 2 to a fourth, which would not be available, plus 8. And then the other one will be plus 16. And then the other one will be 32. And you would add all these together. And that will be 59. So the answer to 1C will be 59. So let's start out with 1D. So 1D, 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 0, 1. So let's start this. I'm going to do my little diagram again. Two, 1, 2, 2, and 2, 3. So first off, let's eliminate the zeros, which would be easier. So 2, 1, we take out, and 2, 3 we take out. So what is remaining from this? So 2, 2 plus 2, 0. So that would be 4 plus 1, which would equal 5. And that would be the answer to 1D. So let's start on number 2, which is convert the following hexadecimal numbers to their decimal representation. Now, I'm going to give you guys a quick review about hexadecimal numbers really quick before I start this. First off, hexadecimal numbers go from 0 to 9 and from A through 7, A through F. I think a great resource that you could have for doing this is called the reference summary. On the reference summary, you're able to do more on this because you're able to see the conversion just by looking at this sheet of paper. And the reference summary is you're allowed to use a reference summary when you take quizzes and tests. So the best way you could go about this is looking at the reference summary. So let me do 1. So A is 11. Now I'm going to convert it because you could, for 11, such as a low number, you can look at the reference summary. But I'm going to do it without looking at the reference summary, just to show you guys that it works. So 1 times 16, 0. I think it's 16 to 0 plus 1 times 16 to the 1. Yep. So it'll be 16 to the 1 plus 16 to the 0, which would equal 17. Now you're thinking, why in the world is this 17? Like, you didn't teach me this, and I feel very offended. So let's look at it in this way, this format. Hexadecimal number system is based off of base 16. So every time you would add up to a decimal format, this number right here is base 16. Next number, a base 16 to the 1. And if you were to look at the reference summary, you will see something similar to what we are learning. So this has a 15, and a 16. And this would be 17. So, wow. So C would equal 17. Oh my god. But yeah, C would equal 17 just based on the format which I provided you right here, which is 1 times 16 to the 0 times plus 1 times 16 to the 1. Alright, let's do the second one really quick, which is 2b a1 so let's do this formula again, which is 1 times 16 to the 0 plus 16